Okay, and the dielectric strength, if you will go to the second column, the dielectric strength is 10, ano ba yan? 14 times 10 to the 6. So in dielectric strength is equal to 14 times 10 raised to 6 volts per meter. If you go to the table, ayan, 14 times 10 raised to the 6 volts per meter. Okay, class. Yung dielectric strength na yan, okay, this one is related to the electric field. Kaya meron lang siyang maximum. Kaya sinasabi dun sa problem is before the breakdowns occur. Pag lumampas siya, dito sa yung voltage ay hindi kinaya yung field na yan. Masisira yung dielectric material in between the plates. So, di ba kaya minsan nag-overcharge siya o hindi niya kinakaya kaya sumasabog yung mga capacitor. Ito yung maximum niya, ito yung capacity niya, yung nasa second column nung table natin. Dinawag siyang dielectric strength because it is related to the electric field. Kung titingnan nyo kasing unit niya, ang unit niya is V over M, which is a unit of the electric field. So sa letter A, kung tinatanong ay yung voltage, maximum voltage, diba formula natin sa voltage ay regarding capacitance is dalawa lang, yung V is equal to Q over C, or iba yung V is equal to ED. Okay, wherein E is the electric field or the dielectric strength. Now, to get the maximum voltage, we will be using this formula, yung electric field with respect to the distance. So therefore, this will be 14 times 10 raised to 6 volts per meter times the distance separating the two plates of the capacitor, which is 0.5 millimeter. So let's just convert that into meter. So for every meter, we have 1,000 millimeters. So just cancel that and then cancel the meter. So the maximum voltage is 14 times 6 times 0.5 divided by 1,000. Yeah, so that is 7,000 volts. 7,000 volts. Okay. Any question? Okay, so let's proceed to letter B. So what is the capacitance? Okay, so what's our formula? The capacitance is equal to the permittivity constant of free space times area over D. Kaya lang, hindi naman tayo directly given noong permittivity at ang permittivity ng Pyrex is equal doon sa the electric strength ng Pyrex times the permittivity of free space. So therefore, this is K epsilon naught A over D. So which is equal to yung dielectric strength, which is 5.6. And then, yung epsilon naught, that is the constant 32. Yun yung 8.85 times 10 raised to negative 12. Okay? Times, di kasya. Times the area. The area is already given kasi minsan binibigay lang yung kung square siya, it's the side of the square. O minsan kung circle siya, bibigyan yung radius o kaya yung diameter. So ang gagawin nyo is you need to find the area. And since in this problem, the area is already given, so we will not be computing any geometric area. So instead, we will just apply the given directly. So that is 3 millimeters squared, but all over, and the distance between them is 0.5 millimeter. And then just convert that into units of area, units meter squared. Let's multiply that by, for every meter, meron tayong 1,000 millimeter. And then square that para makancel yun sa area. Times, for Sa baliktad naman, for 1 meter, meron tayong 1,000 millimeter. Okay, para makancel naman yun sa baba. So, what is the capacitance? So, the capacitance will be 5.6 times 8.85 raised to negative 12. Or you can use the constant of your calculator, yung constant 32. So, that's a shift constant 32. Which is 8.85 times 5.6 times 3 times 1,000 divided by 0.5 divided by 1,000 squared. Ayan. The capacitance is, okay, ng number, 297.5 times 10 raised to negative 15 farad. Okay, question? Ano yung 10 raised to negative 15? So that is yung F. So F stands for femto. Okay, so it's ato. Bang kasunod ng 18? Okay. So let's proceed to letter C. Okay, letter C. What is the maximum amount of electrostatic energy this capacitor can store? Okay. Isisingit ko na lang. Since isa na lang yan. So letter C. So what is the energy? So energy is 1/2 CV squared. So that's equal to 1/2 times 297.5 times 10 raised to negative 15 times 7,000 volts squared. So what's the energy? Times 7,000 squared divided by 2. So we'll have 7.29 times 10 raised to negative 6 joules, or 7.29 microjoules. If I ask you the charge, so normally it's I will ask everything. So if I'll ask you the charge, we just use this formula to solve for the charge. Current, we're not given the time, so we cannot compute for current. Ano pa bang pwedeng tanong? Yun. Okay, so any question? Sige, Noel. Oh my God, hindi ko record. Yeah, using the maximum voltage will have the maximum charge. Kasi ginamit natin, if you notice, you go back to the table. Tingnan yung table. Doon sa baba, merong note siya doon sa baba. So the dielectric strength equals the maximum field that can exist in the dielectric without electrical breakdown. These values depend strongly on the presence of impurities enclosed in the materials. So that is the capacity ng field na pwede doon sa material na yon. So since maximum yon, proportional naman yung voltage at saka yung charge. Kung naka-maximum ka na doon, hindi ka pwede sumobra doon, or else magbe-breakdown yung material, masisira yung capacitor. Okay, nakadepende kasi sa electric field. Okay? So let's we'll try the number 1. Kasi pang series parallel yung kasunod. Okay, a parallel plate air gap capacitor has a charge of 20 microcoulomb and a gap width of 0.1 millimeter. Okay, so number 1, so we're given air gap. So that means wala tayong dielectric material in between. It's just air. And the charge is at 20 microcoulomb, and the distance between 0.1 millimeter. The potential difference between the plates is 200 volts. Okay. Letter A, what is the electric field in the region between the plates? So, electric field. So, given natin ito, so isa lang ang formula natin meron sa electric field, and that is V is equal to ED. So, therefore, the electric field is voltage over distance. So, that's equal to 200 volts over 0.1 millimeter. But that should be in meter. So, for every 1,000 millimeter, we'll have 1 meter. Cancel. So, the answer is 200,000. 200,000 volts per meter. So this is the electric field. Okay, so let's have the next one. So what is the surface charge density? Let's skip that one because we'll not be dealing with surface charge density. Yung sigma, if you can recall sigma, that's Q over M. But let's not solve that one. Okay, punta na tayo sa letter C. Ayan. So what is the electrostatic potential energy stored in the capacitor? So that's still 1/2 CV squared. Are we given CV? Wala. Di tayo given ng C. But we're given Q. Because Q is equal to CV. What do you want? Do you want to transform this or just get C? So it's up to you. Pwede namang gawin na lang natin. C is equal to Q over V. So that's equal to 1/2 times Q over V times V squared. And then we just cancel yung isang V. So therefore, this is 1/2 QV, or 1/2 times 20 times 10 raised to -6 times 200. So the energy is equal to Okay, 1 times 10 raised to -3 joules, or that's equal to 1 millijoule. Okay. If you're curious with the second one, okay, the surface charge density, okay, for letter B. Okay, so let's go solve letter B. Yung surface charge density na letter B is actually yung sigma, which is equal to Q over A. So Q, ay, halimbawa ng computation. Ayo. Okay, it's 2. Sorry. This is 2. Thank you. Okay. Ayan. Ano bang pinindot ko, no? 2 millijoules. Thank you. Okay, if you're curious with letter B, which is the surface charge density, yung surface charge density, ang symbol na is yung sigma, which is equal to the charge over area. So, gagawin lang natin to get that is the charge, which is 20 times 10 raised to negative 6 coulombs over yung area. But we are given the distance between them. We're not given the, are we given the area? It's not even. Okay, it's not given, but we can get it. Okay? Mahaba-haba yata to. So, kailangan natin i-derive. Okay, so dito ko na lang siya isusulat. Diba given tayo ng Q is equal to CV. Okay, but what is C? C is equal to Q over V. But C is equal to epsilon times A over D. So therefore, epsilon A over D is equal to Q over V. So therefore, area is hindi. Didiretso ko na. Wag na area kukunin ko. Cross multiply ko na lang to. So Q over A is equal to epsilon V over D. Ayan. Naku. Ulitin ko. Okay. Kailangan natin sa epsilon is Q over A. But we're not given A. But we know that Q is equal to CV. And at the same time, C is equal to epsilon A over D. So, gagawin ko is kukunin ko yung value ng A. So, A is equal to CD times all over epsilon. Substitute ko lang siya dito. Okay? So, Q is equal to, hindi. I-divide ko na lang. Okay lang ba? Di-divide ko. So, divide ko siya. So, Q over A is equal to CV over CD over epsilon. Cancel natin yung C. So, therefore, Q over A is equal to epsilon V over D, which is equal to surface charge density. Ayan. So, that's equal to yung epsilon natin, it's air gap. So, that means that's just 1. So, that's 8.85 times 10 raised to negative 12. And then the voltage is 200 over And distance is 0.1. 0.1 millimeter. Okay, or that is 1,000. So what is the sigma? Hanginan. It's 17.7 times 10 raised to negative 6 coulomb per meter squared. Okay, any question? Okay, let's proceed to capacitors in series and parallel. Okay, I think this is just a review of your physics 2 class. Okay. So, you know what series are? Series capacitors or pareho lang sila ng pagkakaseries ng resistor. Ayan. So, pag ganito yung arrangement ng mga capacitors, okay, so of course, they are now in capacitors in series. And then, yung current flowing through them, if a potential difference is connected across the combination of a number of capacitors, ayan. So, all of the kung meron kang potential difference or battery or voltage connected across them, the capacitors will charge. Siyempre, kung nasan yung positive, so yun will take the positive side of the plate. And then kung lalabas yung current, doon yung magiging negative. Ayan. So they are in series. Now, if you want to find the total or equivalent capacitance of the capacitors in series, get natin yung reciprocal. It's similar to pagkuha ng equivalent resistance ng mga parallel resistors. Direkto lang sila ng pagkukuha. Pag series sila capacitors, reciprocals yung ina-add natin. Okay? Pag naman parallel sila, para silang series resistors. Ina-add lang sila algebraically. Pero pag series, kinukuha natin yung reciprocals to get the equivalent capacitance. Yan. Ay, yun lang. Ba't ganon? Class, kamukha ba ng copy ko yung copy ninyo? Bakit series lang walang pa? Ay, at walang parallel. Do you have a copy of this one? Excuse me. Normally lang yung meron. Andre, meron yun sa'yo? Ay, nauna ko ba? Okay. Sorry. Nakauna yung parallel kaysa sa series. Okay. Okay. Ayan, pag parallel naman, pinag-uusapan. Okay, ina-add natin yung mga capacitance nila algebraically. So that's the difference. Okay, kaya lang parang kulang naman ang factor natin. So let's add something. Um, dami kong nakabukas na account. Ayan, nakikita nyo ba? Ayan. Okay, so let's have them ng capacitors in series and parallel. So una talaga pala yung parallel. Ayan. So nasabi ko kanina, if you want to get the equivalent capacitance of capacitors in parallel, okay, we just add them algebraically. So to get the equivalent capacitance, wala ko na nga dito. Wala ko pala dito sa ano natin. Parang summary lang. Okay, so una yung parallel. Okay, pag parallel, to get the equivalent capacitance, we just add them algebraically. Ayan. Okay, so that is for the equivalent capacitance. How about the potential difference? So yung potential total, kagaya ng parallel, di ba sa parallel, pare-pareho yung voltage nila. Okay? Pag parallel. At the same time, naman, kung naalala yung series parallel natin, yung Q total for parallel, yung Q kasi is related to current. Diba yung current is equal to delta Q over delta T. Ayan. And since kung paano nagbabago yung current, kasi nagbabago din siya the same with the charge, kaya lang it's with respect to time. So therefore, kung paano yung parallel sa current, ganoon din yung parallel capacitor pag sa charge ang pinag-uusapan. So that means we will just add all of the charges of each capacitor in parallel para makuha natin yung total charge. Okay? And since meron tayong relation ng tatlong yan, huwag yung kakalimutan, instead of using Ohm's law, we'll be using Q is equal to C over V. Okay. Okay, paano naman tayo pagdating sa series? Okay. Pagdating naman sa series, yung equivalent capacitance is equal siya doon sa ang reciprocal niya ay equal sa sum ng reciprocals ng mga capacitors in series. Okay? Pagdating naman sa charge na una. Pagdating naman sa charge, okay, since series sila, pare-pareho sila. Okay, pagdating naman sa voltage, okay, syempre, i-add naman sila. Okay, and again, since meron tayong capacitance sa charge and the voltage, they have on the same relationship din sila na Q is equal to CV. Okay, so any question? Q, huwag niyo pa rin kakalimutan ito, and plus the energy. So that's energy still 1/2 CV squared. So example ay meron tayong capacitors in series and parallel and I ask you what's the energy. Ito yung gagamitin yung formula. to get the energy of a particular capacitor in the combination. Okay, any question? Wala. Yung question. Okay, so let's have an example. Ayan. Alam ko, galing na kayo mag-series parallel. Okay, so let's have this example. Okay, so what do you think is the equivalent capacitance across AB? Remember, you start with the farthest. Start from the farthest and then going to AB. Ha? Start from the farthest. Pag magsasolve kayo, since everything is in microfarad, pwede namang tanggalin nyo muna yung pagkaka-microfarad para mas madali kayong mag-solve. Ibalik nyo na lang siya sa ending. Okay, wait. Pagpapapol ako. Ang sagot? Sandali. Huwag yan titingnan yung sagot sa ano, ha? Sabi nyo, pag series, reciprocals. Pag parallel, sum. Add lang. The class, you'll be only referring to this one. Eh, di ba magsisimula kayo sa pinakadulo? Okay, so ano ba pinakadulo? Pinakadulo is 20. And then, ano yung malapit sa kanya? It's 5. So, what's the combination? It's series. Now, how will you add the two? So, with series, you add them using this one and using reciprocals. And then, susunod sa kanya ay yung 6 na nakaparallel. So, that means you will be using this one. And then, we have 20, which is in parallel again. Use this one. And then, 60, which is in series. So, you'll be using this one. Okay, somebody, ayan. Okay, at least, yung isa, sinadya ko yun. Sinadya ko yung isa na baliktad yung gagamitin ninyo. Okay. I like the next problem. I think I like the next one. Okay, so the correct answer is, sali nandyan na siya. And I just ask you not to ano. Yan. Then you add, lumipa yung bilog dito, dapat you add this 3, so you have 30. And then in parallel to 60, I series it to 60. So the answer is, ayan, 20 microfarad. Okay. Let's have the second one. Ano yung second one? Okay, the correct answer, okay, most of you got it correctly. Saan ba nagkamali? Yung mga nagkamali, you can message me if you want to, ano, at least you have an idea where you did a mistake. Okay, so yung susunod natin gagawin ay kailangan magpapakita kayo ng drawing. Okay, huwag mo na yan. I will leave that to you kasi may copy naman sa ano. Okay. But, Kyra, you understand now? Saan ka nagkamali? Okay, sige. This one is, yung susunod, gusto ko to. Nag-enjoy ako sa klase pag pinapasagot ko ito. So, gustong-gusto ko itong pinapasagot sa mga estudyante ko. Face-to-face. Yung number 5. Okay, do not mind yung voltage muna. So, meron akong madaming 1 microfarad na capacitor. Kaya lang, ang kailangan ko ay 0.75 microfarad na capacitance. How will I combine a number of 1 microfarad capacitor to get a 75 microfarad capacitance? So dapat, ang sagot niya ito ay isa siyang drawing. So kailangan yung i-drawing kung paano ako makakakuha ng 0.75 total capacitance kung puro mga 1 microfarad capacitors ang meron ako. So you combine them, series parallel in whatever position or what, and then, yun. Ano bang naisip ko paano ko siya gagawin? Kailangan i-drawing ninyo paano naka-arrange yung mga capacitor para makakuha ko ng 0.75 microfarad. Paano nga ba? Okay, so that will be your assignment. Okay, so for that one, magkano lang ako? I'll give you a... Kasi gusto ko drawing yan eh. So kailangan magpapas kayo ng drawing. Drawing nyo yan. I-drawing ninyo. Papas nyo siya ng drawing. Okay, so that's a file upload. And then your deadline will be on Monday. Okay, so before our class, you need to submit that, the drawing. Okay, you need to draw. You draw the combination, the series parallel combination to get 0.75 microfarad. So you're given a number of capacitors, ha? Kahit ilang pa yung gamitin ninyong 1 microfarad, it's okay? Depende sa design ninyo para mapalabas ninyo ang 0.75 microfarad. And, ayan. The question is, what's the minimum number of capacitors you need? Pero okay lang naman na madami. Okay? Meron kayong condition dyan, yung 250 volts and 1,000 volts. I will write the question in your Uh, ayan. Ayan, nilagay ko na. Nilagay ko na sa assignment ninyo. May additional assignment lang, para lang ito. So that's your assignment. Okay, Juvie, thank you. Sige, okay lang naman. Okay. Ayan. So, di ako nalagay yung inyong assignment. Kung nakikita ninyo. Isasubmit nyo lang is yung drawing. Okay? Ano yung drawing ninyo doon sa question? So, I need to see your design. Okay, you need the total capacitance of 0.75 microfarad, but you only have a number of 1 microfarad capacitor. Okay? So any question? We will continue on Monday. We will solve more examples on series parallel, and then after that we will proceed to the next lesson, which are the inductors. So we'll proceed with inductors once we are done with capacitors. Okay. Okay, wala kayong question. So that's it for today. Okay, class Monday yan.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Monday. Huwag niyo kakalimutan, Monday yung deadline ng drawing na yan. Kasi, didiscuss natin siya sa Monday. Okay? Didiscuss natin siya sa Monday. Para may points kayo lahat. Yes, Kyra? Okay. Yes, Kyra tama. Basta dapat yung equivalent capacitance ay 0.75. Mag-isipin niyo paano niyo i-combine ng series parallel yung mga 1 para makakuha kayo ng 0.75. Okay. Good day. Have a great weekend.